name is Lauren Syed. I'm a physical therapist assistant at Young's Physical Therapy and Sports Performance in Greenville, North Carolina, and a comprehensively trained Pilates instructor through Body Arts and Science International. This is day one of a 30-day at-home Pilates challenge of exploration. We're going to take fundamental exercises and show how they can be progressed into some of the more classical exercises that you'll see in a Pilates mat class. Today we're going to explore pelvic clocks. The positioning of the pelvis is often crucial in the start or to set up an exercise in Pilates correctly, as well as the movement of the pelvis during that exercise is crucial. So I've got some stickers. I'm going to place them at key points of the pelvis, and then we're going to use some of those stickers and those key points to move and get some nice hip mobility and even lower back mobility with the exercise of the pelvic clock. So I'm going to place one sticker at my belly button. We're going to say that that is 12 o'clock on the pelvic clock. I'm going to place a sticker at my left ASIS, which is anterior superior iliac spine, or kind of that bony marker of the left side of the hip, front of the hip. And then I'm going to place and let's call that, so 12 o'clock was belly button. We're going to say on the left side that's 3 o'clock. 1, 2, 3. We're going to place a heart at my pubic symphysis, so we're going to say that's 6 o'clock. And then we're going to place, and I'm saying heart, but these are heart stickers of my daughters. And we're going to place this at the right hip marker, or ASIS, and that's going to be 9 o'clock. So we've got markers at 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, back to 10, 11, 12. Laying on my back, knees bent. The goal would be that our legs stay pretty relaxed during this activity. So it's almost like there are little slings attached to my legs and they're hanging from the ceiling. So the first movement on the clock face is we're going to try to move the bones of the pelvis from 12 to 6. So we roll the pelvis back towards our face or towards the 12 o'clock, the belly button marker. We're going to roll the bones of the pelvis forward, down towards my feet, towards the 6 o'clock or the pubic symphysis. I'm going to exhale to roll back towards 12. I'm going to inhale to bias the pelvis forward towards 6. This can also be noted as a posterior tilt of the pelvis or a tuck as I move back to 12. As I move anterior, that is an anterior position of the pelvis, or even kind of a small arch position. We're going to do that 4 more times, exhaling to roll back to 12, inhaling to roll forward towards 6, exhaling to roll back to 12, inhaling to roll forward to 6. 2 more, exhaling to roll back to 12, inhaling to roll forward to 6. Once more, exhaling, roll back to 12, inhaling, roll forward to 6. From here, we're going to move to 3 and 9. So we're gently tipping the pelvis towards, we're going to go to 9 o'clock, towards the right side of the pelvis. And then we're going to come back through and we're going to tip the weight of the pelvis, the bones of the hips and the pelvis, towards 3 o'clock, towards the left. This is a subtle movement, doesn't have to be too big. We're going to roll or bias the weight towards 9 o'clock to the right, bias the weight towards 3 o'clock to the left. Again, can I do this movement while my legs are nice and still? Again, kind of like they're hanging out or hung up by little slings from the ceiling. This is a little bit of a rotational movement, so there is just a little bit of rotation in the lumbar spine, but not excessive. We don't have to push it. It's truly like I'm putting more weight on the right side of the pelvis, and then I'm putting more weight on the left side of the pelvis, all while my knees pointing up towards the ceiling. Breathing naturally. We're going to go 1 more time to the right, One more time to the left. We're going to come back to the center. Just let all the bones of the pelvis land and rest. And then we're going to take it into a full clock face. So we're going to try to put the points of 12, 3, 6, and 9 all together. We're going to go clockwise first. So I'll roll back to 12, to the left towards 3, down to 6, to the right towards 9, and back to 12. We're going to continue in a circular motion, maybe 3 more times. We're doing about 4 to 6 in each direction. Again, try to keep the legs pretty quiet during the movement. The important thing is movement. And now let's get ready to reverse. So we go 12, over to 9, which is the right side, down to 6, through or over to the left, which is 3, and back to 12. And again, we'll continue with this circular pattern. Can you keep your shoulders, your head and neck relaxed as you do this? All of these movements in combination on a more subtle level is what the pelvis, that hip joint, needs to do when we walk. And that's the last time. Let's land and rest. A lot of times we talk about neutral pelvis in Pilates, and what that could possibly mean is that we are not pushing excessively towards 6. We're not gripping or holding at 12, but we can let the bones of the pelvis rest with gravity. And often that's the starting point for an exercise in Pilates. Join us tomorrow as we'll explore on day 2 the pelvic curl and how we progress that in our Pilates repertoire. Thank you.